Cities and towns all across southern New England were surprised by the heavy rains and the flash flooding that shut down roads everywhere. One of the hardest hit areas was North Attleborough, where first responders were stretched thin by the non-stop emergency calls. Their mayor updating residents just a short time ago on conditions in the town. ABC 6 News reporter Daniel Coates, he joins us live with those details. Dan, what can you tell us?
Well, Carolyn, what I can tell you is that this scene on Broad Street is one of many across the town of North Attleborough. Take a look behind me at some of this intense flooding that's even making its way onto the property of some local neighbors, and some of these neighbors taking advantage of the extreme flooding that we had last night. You might not be able to tell, but that's about 2 feet deep, and the DPW urges you that if you are driving in this area, do not go through these puddles. You never know how deep they could be, and there also could be some infrastructural damage if you are driving through these areas. Now, here's what the flooding looked like last night after torrential rainfall began around 6 and lasted for 2 hours, bringing 9 inches of rain in just 2 hours. And after Sunday's rainfall, that's 10 inches of rain in just the last 3 days. Crews responded to 200 homes that had damage, including the area we're in now. And there were roughly 150 calls last night to emergency crews from North Attleborough and 20 surrounding communities. Now, there were roughly a dozen rescues in the south end of North Attleborough, and construction is underway on multiple streets. And as I said, the DPW urges residents not to get behind the wheel if they don't necessarily have to.
If you keep getting these types of rainstorms, it might have catastrophic failure. And that's one of the issues. If we block off a road and people drive through it, you might not just be driving through a puddle, you might be driving through a 4-foot hole.
And Tara, I'll give you another look at these kids enjoying not being in school and almost a natural pool just outside of their front door. Town administrators tell me that there is more rain on the way throughout this week and coming up through this weekend. So if you are a driver and you have to come around this area, it's probably best to avoid this area. You never know what you can get yourself into, like this car just behind us. Again, about 2 feet of flooding just outside of their front door, and there is a potential more to come with flooding here in North Attleborough. For now, in North Attleborough, I'm Daniel Coates, ABC 6 News.